let's take a look and see what's in this week's share and what you can do with it. So this week we have yummy kale. This is a nice curly kale. It's a little more hardy. That's why you see it sometimes in summer still, even though the rest of the delicate greens start to die off, which is great. I love hardy greens because you can actually use them as wraps or use them a little better. I love just popping them in, of course, raw in the summer is amazing, but I'll also pop them in my steamer just for a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes. That's all it really needs. And anytime you take greens that are hardy like this and you steam them just for about 3 minutes, it actually releases more glutathione. And that's the stuff that helps your body detox better. So you're gonna get lots of enzymes and whatnot raw as well. Mixed lettuce, which we love. Lettuce mix, of course, you can make your salads and whatnot, but I actually take lettuce mix and I'll pop it in my smoothies because it's got a lot of the baby kale, baby spinach, baby chard, all those things in there that are really good. Actually tastes good. You can juice it too, believe it or not. Of course, we have these amazing local microgreens. Guys, these are amazing. These right here, I actually, every week I get like double or triple this, and I make a salad with nothing but that as my greens, and it is an energy boost because it's got all the vitamins and minerals I need for the day. This is my multivitamin right here, and it's super yummy. Then, of course, we've got avocado, those jumbo avocados. Remember, when you want to ripen them, you can pop them in a brown paper bag with your onion, and this little off-gasser will help ripen this off-gasser together in a bag on the counter. Usually takes a couple days. In summer it's less, maybe a day or two, and then you have a nice ripe avocado ready to go. And when you go to use it, if you don't use the whole thing, of course I cut it, keep the seed, put it back in even though you've used some of the avocado, close it up in the fridge, and it won't oxidize quite as quickly. It's the same thing with guacamole. When you make your guacamole, I'll take that pit and put it in there. I just let everyone know it's in there. Keeps it from breaking down and oxidizing so fast and turning brown. We like that. Roma tomatoes. It's summer. We've had issues getting tomatoes because the cost of tomatoes have been through the roof. That's because it's just a little bit of a crop failure and it's been difficult. So great Roma tomatoes, of course, we have this week. You can do 1,000,001 things with them. I love them. Sometimes I hear people say they don't do well with tomatoes because they're a nightshade and they can be inflammatory, but also some people just don't digest them well. And I always tell them to try peeling it because sometimes it's the peel that makes it a little bit harder for you to digest, and you can digest it better without it. We also have these yummy sugar snap peas again. Love these little summer guys. They're so yummy. So these are my great little snack for something that's kind of crunchy like a potato chip that's not. Don't need anything with them because they're really good by themselves. But of course you can steam them or saute them in a stir fry. They really do take on spices that are like very strong, which is why you see a lot of Middle Eastern dishes or Asian dishes that will use them, and they'll pop in those strong flavors of ginger and turmeric and maybe even star anise. You can get really creative with it, but it's such a great compilation putting those together. I add a little bit of coconut milk in there and it's amazing. And then this guy, jalapeno. So it is summer, the peppers are going off. If you like milder jalapenos, make sure when you cut it, you get rid of the seeds and the inside white pith part, because that's where the heat is. Now, if you like the heat, put it all in there. It's all gonna be there for you. Love these things. If you like the taste of jalapeno, but maybe not as much heat, just soak it in a little bit of lime juice and that'll really help cut that heat for you. And of course we have fresh garlic this week, which I love using fresh garlic. I just can't say enough about the flavor difference. You know, you see the pre-chopped garlic in the stores, most of those have citric acid in them. And that's actually a mold and it changes the taste. It doesn't taste like garlic, right? It is a little bit easier for those who can't do sulfur, but if you can, this is a great powerhouse for your immune system. It is amazing, but it's got to be in this form, not that funny chopped up citric acid soaked form. So that's the way you want that one. And then we have yummy local purple potatoes in the large share. These are those purple paisley potatoes. So they're kind of marbleized or tie-dyed in there, white and purple. They have a great look to them. So when I have these, I like to slice them thin and I'll steam them or I'll cook them that way because they have such a great look on the plate. And of course, purple veggies or fruits have a little bit more of the things that heal our cells in the body. So we like that. That's also going to include our purple sweet potato. Purple sweet potatoes have a little bit less starch and sugary stuff to them, so they're not as carby. Body takes it and uses it a little bit better, but that beautiful purple color, again, so nice looking. These actually make really good brownies. They really do. I like the creaminess I get from these, but that purple, again, disease fighting. We love anytime we can get purple in our colored fruit and veggies because your body's going to just use so many more of those nutrients that aren't always easy to find in other fruits and veggies. Then of course we've got these yummy carrots. I love carrots in different colors because the original color of the carrot was actually white, believe it or not, less sugar. And then I think it was a king centuries ago that decided he wanted sweeter carrots and they started hybridizing to orange. And orange is what we see the most because it is sweeter. So it kind of helps you know how to cook with them. This one's not going to have that sweetness that the orange is. Orange is great by itself as sticks dipped in something because of that sweetness. But the white can really actually give you a little bit more of the nutrition you're looking for, less sugar hit on the body, and it's really good for more savory. That's how I like it. Same with your purples and your reds. Then of course we have zucchinis again. We have littler ones this week. And you've heard me say this before, but they are so good for digestive system. Really good because they're a mild flavor. So it's nice that you can literally steam or saute it, and it's going to take on the flavor of whatever you're cooking with or adding to it. But I also in summer will just stick it and cut it in sticks, and I dip it in my little nut and seed butters and my sauces, and I do it raw because it's so refreshing. It's got a good water content, kind of like the cucumber. Cucumber is amazing for summer because of that water content. Rehydrates, gives you electrolytes that the body kind of needs and the cells need to kind of plump back up for the day. So your cucumbers are going to be a good one for summer. I love these in my salads, but also, again, I will do slices and dip them in like our little cashew sour cream that we have here at the store. One of my favorite meals. It's a good snack / meal. Love these. And then of course, we have lots of different fruits. We've got our lemons, which as you know, I don't like to waste anything. So I use the zest or the peel. So you can zest it with an actual zester. Small amounts go a long way in flavor to pop in things. But I will also dehydrate the whole thing and plop them in my teas. Now, the inside white part, the pith, is very bitter. That's actually got a lot of good healing things for your body. Anti-parasitic, anti-candida. It's really helpful. But if you don't like that bitter, you can actually peel that off while it's still raw, then dehydrate it. And then I pop just the yellow part right in my teas, which is nice. These are also great preservatives for food. So oftentimes when I cut my apples, I will just take a little squeeze from my lemon juice and pop them on there, and they won't brown then, which is really nice when they don't oxidize, and they look nicer longer, especially if you set out like a nice fruit tray for people. And speaking of apples, we have 3 different types this week. We have our Pink Lady, Cosmic Crisp, you guys, the flavor, if you haven't tried it yet, oh my God. And then Fuji. So these are really good, very, very different profiles. Your Pink Lady and the Cosmic Crisp are gonna taste a little sweeter than the Fuji, but you also notice a difference in the whole flavor overall. Cosmic Crisp has a fruitier flavor. You feel like you've added like a fruit bowl in there when you eat them. And that's the difference, which I just love. Then of course, we've got grapefruit, pink grapefruit, which is really nice. And yes, I use that peel too. It's really good to zest into things to give it a little brightness or crispness. But I love taking pink grapefruit, and I actually make a salad dressing out of it with my olive oil, a little bit of sea salt and balsamic vinegar. It's really nice for summer. It can taste really good, especially paired with those cucumbers. Then of course we've got oranges, which again, I'm using that peel for everything, right? And the pith, the white part, a little more bitter than the rest of it, just so you know how to use it. But these are also really good to brighten things, foods and sauces. So one of my favorite things to do is to take an orange and fresh ginger and fresh garlic with coconut aminos. And I make a sauce, like a dipping sauce, and I put that on my Asian veggies like these sugar snap peas. It's really yummy. Then we've got amazing Bartlett pears. Bartlett pears are a little different. They're the sweeter ones that we think of when we think of pear. When they're really soft, it's ready to eat. That is all the sugar you need for anything, but they bake really nice too. And you can add just a touch of anything else with it and the flavor will pop because the sugars in the pear will lift up the flavor of whatever else that you're baking it with, which is nice. Then we've got these awesome black plums. I love black plums. Don't be afraid of them. They're amazing. These are the sweeter variety, not the tart ones. And in summer, I literally have been known to chop them up, put them in my water to infuse and drink plum water. So good. But if you think that's good, pop it in your tea while you steep it. Oh, it's an amazing, rich flavor with a little bit of sweetness and no sugar, extra sugar added. So I love them. When they're soft, they've got all the sugar and sweetness and they're ready to go. Then, of course, we've got jumbo mangoes again. Love these. So jumbo mangoes have that big pit in the middle you're going to cut off and get rid of the peel, but really good sweetness. And sometimes I'll get one that's a little bruised and I'm like, ooh, actually means it's really ripe and it's got way more mango flavor in there. So again, I will use this sometimes with my avocado and make a great salad dressing with olive oil. And it's so good for summer. I do like popping some of these fruits in my salad dressings for summer because it's a way to get a more deep flavor. And then also, of course, fruits that we need for summer. Any vitamin C like the mango has is gonna really help rehydrate your cells, which we need a little extra boost in summer with all the heat. So members, if you have gotten a share this week, we have emailed you the recipes of what you can make with all your goodies this week. And if you are just finding our channel, welcome, and I'm really glad you found us. Just give us a like and you might want to subscribe. We've got lots of goodies for you. Thanks, guys.